We're back.
Yay.
We're back. A Dinosaur Story, another animated film that sucks. Produced by old Stevie Spieley. We're back, folks. Part 2 of our animated show. We are going to talk more about it. In part 1, we talked about Disney and Pixar.
Talked mostly about Disney.
I think part 1 of our sci-fi podcast was a Star Trek podcast.
Because, Pixar and Disney are
They're
the same.
Yeah.
So
it
our
was
last animated was, we should have just called our Disney podcast.
Yeah,
that's what we
true,
should have
right.
called.
Well, then we would have had part 2, the live-action part.
Yeah.
So part 1 of our animation was dedicated to Disney and its minions. Which reminds us we're going to talk about DreamWorks in this one. Part 2 of our animation podcast. What the hell? Do you want to start out? Well, no, since we'll get to DreamWorks in a minute.
Yeah, let's
Don Bluth.
Yes, you kind of mentioned it in the last podcast.
Yeah, we should start there.
I think we should start with Don Bluth. Because Don Bluth is actually my all-time favorite animator, director.
Don Bluth.
Don Bluth.
Don
Yes.
Bluth rocks the house, baby.
I'm very upset that he hasn't really done a lot lately, but
There's not a lot of call for him, unfortunately.
what he does is amazing.
Tell the people a little about who is Don Bluth.
So Don Bluth, he was
Who Don
a
Bluth
chief
is.
animating director at Disney for many, many, many years. Honestly, I'm not sure exactly what happened. There was some type of falling out with Disney, and he
I didn't know that.
pulled a Jerry Maguire and took 41 of the animators and people working for Disney.
Pulled a
And
Jerry Maguire.
he went and made his own production.
Did you see Don Bluth's mission statement?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Show me the drawing.
Show me the pens.
Show me the drawing. And he left and made probably one of the best loved animated movies even to this day, and that was Secret of Nim.
Yeah, yes, sir, you are correct. I'll be your Ed McMahon for
You're
this.
gonna be
This
my Ed
part.
McMahon?
Yes. No, yeah, I love Secret of Nim, dude.
Yes.
I love it, love it.
Yeah, it took my wife and her sister read the book, and
I didn't know it was based on a book.
yeah, and I loved it. I just love his style of animation. I just can't get.
You can tell you're looking at Don Bluth.
Yes, his style is
Yeah.
just crazy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
love Don Bluth, and he's made so many good ones. Not just Secret of Nim, which was '82.
Well, real quick, Secret of Nim. We talked last podcast, part 1 of this animation, about the darker Disneys.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it's not Disney, I was corrected last podcast. It's dark, yet it keeps the whimsical. What is he? A rat?
What
The star of the film,
is he?
our hero.
She?
Is it a she?
Is a mouse?
It's been a long time. Is he a rat? No, she's a mouse. Okay, I was wrong on both points. Sorry. Voiced by Hermione Baddeley, or however you pronounce her name.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm blanking on what's the mouse's name?
You know what? You're asking the wrong dude. However, Jerry Goldsmith did the music.
What the heck is the name of the main Miss Brisby?
Miss Brisby.
Miss Brisby.
Miss Brisby. We got it. We got it right off the top of our heads, folks.
Yes, Miss Brisby.
And that was his first break from Disney, right? That was his own.
Oh, he did a couple of other ones, I think.
Yeah, but they were Disney, like
but-
Pete's Dragon,
Yeah, but I won't
which
say
I
that there was-
hate. Ugh. Ugh. Pete's
Um,
Dragon can.
Yeah, what was his first from? Yeah, I think
Secret of Nim, that was it.
Secret of Nim was
Yeah.
his first animated after
His
that.
first non-Disney animation. And it, I did not know this. In my vast research on Don Bluth, I came across the video game, and those of you my age and Bill's age, Dragon's Lair. I never knew. I always just said,
Yeah,
that looks like Don Bluth.
Yeah, Dragon's Lair 1
I
and
did
2,
not know he
and
did it.
Space Ace.
Okay. I love that one too, but I love Dragon's Lair.
Yeah, he was the first to do those.
That's cool.
And they were big in the 80s.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably a technical term for our gamers out there, but where you had to move the joystick like at a certain time, in a certain direction
to make the sword get the
to
dragon,
make the animation continue.
I remember that.
Oh yeah, no,
that was fun.
Definitely Don Bluth.
And then you wouldn't know for like 10 seconds if you won or not because it would freeze and change to a screen.
To the next animation.
Yeah. What a great! I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's fantastic.
But
I used to play that in Northgate Mall arcade.
Oh, I loved it. I put so many quarters. But I honestly, Space Ace, I think, was actually my favorite of those series that he did. I loved Space Ace.
Excuse the jingling of the ice, folks. We're having cocktails while we...
Yes, it was one of those weeks.
Yeah, right, yeah. It's a tough racket, this podcast. Yeah. American Tail.
Oh, yeah.
It's another Don Bluth. It's good, yeah. It's fine. I like it.
You didn't like
it's
American
good.
Tail?
No, I like it. It's fine. It's not like, oh, when's that coming on Blu-ray? I gotta have it.
It's American Tail.
I know. Fievel, he found his way back. He
went... No, he didn't find his way back.
Yeah. He went west. He went west and met up with James Stewart, and that's fine. I preferred Bambi. I mean, A Land Before Time.
I don't understand you.
It's Bambi. Land Before Time is Bambi. With dinosaurs. Bambi. Remember that movie?
I do remember Bambi. I know Bambi.
No, it is. Come on.
I'm trying to just
his parents die. There's a dinosaur. He has parents. Parents die. He goes around with funny, cute little dinosaurs, and they try to make it to the big
When did Bambi
valley
go around with cute little
he ran around the woods and stuff.
He met a skunk and a rabbit.
Yeah.
And then the forest burnt down.
Well, yeah. Humans.
I guess Bambi was a...
Or no, man. Is that what they say in Bambi?
Yeah.
Man.
It was a very quick version of A Land Before Time. If you take all the Land Before Times, 1 through 25, and put it together...
There's Bambi in there.
There's Bambi somewhere in there.
Can I tell you what Don Bluth did take from Disney?
Yes.
He's still killing off the parents.
Yes, he does.
Come on, guys.
No, he didn't kill off the parents in Secret of NIMH.
Nim.
Killed off the dad.
Well, see?
And then almost killed off the mom. Mrs.
Both
Perez.
or a parent will die in Disney
sparkly.
cartoon. Well, yeah.
She had the sparkly.
All you Nim fans will
Nicodemus.
know. But no, I like Land Before Time. I like American Tail better.
Yeah, American Tail was
Even though
great.
I just said the opposite, but I was kidding.
American
Tail is good. Land Before Time is passable.
And the streets are paved with cheese. Come on, man.
Well, then we're going to have to hang up. I'm going to the big American Tail in the Sky or whatever the hell it is. No, I know what you mean. And then another one that critics hated, but I love.
Uh-huh.
And I feel the same way about its star. All Dogs Go to Heaven.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
I love All Dogs Go to Heaven. What's wrong with All Dogs Go to Heaven?
Nothing is wrong with All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Stop saying bad things about it.
And of course,
he's not.
Dom DeLuise is in all of these.
Dom DeLuise, but more importantly, and same comment goes for this actor. Critics are hard on him. Just like I said about the movie, critics are hard on him, but I love it. Burt Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
I love Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's failed more than succeeded, but his successes are great. No, I like All Dogs Go to Heaven. It's a great movie. Rockadoodle, I'm not a big fan of.
Honestly, I never watched Rockadoodle.
I did. It wasn't very good.
Yeah. I don't think it had the same feel as his...
I never saw Thumbelina. These are all Don Bluth directed films, folks. Yeah. I never saw Thumbelina. I saw a Troll in Central Park. It's not that good. What can you say about a movie where one of the main characters is voiced by Charles Nelson Riley? Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, and I love Charles Nelson Riley, but come on, he was a game show staple. He's not anything. Anyway, no. I never saw The Pebble and the Penguin. Anastasia bored me. I'm sorry, I'm losing Don Bluth here. Anastasia bored me. I'm sleeping because I'm watching Anastasia.
John Cusack, Meg Ryan.
Yeah. Oh, hey, yeah.
Didn't have Tom Hanks in it, so that was good.
Meg Ryan and somebody else is always nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. We're gonna have a podcast one day called "Is there anybody more milquetoast than Tom Hanks?" I don't even remember the villain.
It was I'm blanking on his name right now too. You're a history buff.
I am.
It's the Russian guy that was like poisoned, stabbed, drowned, killed.
Rasputin.
I
was talking about the actor. I was trying to think of the actor who played him. Kelsey Grammer.
Yes.
Right?
Christopher
or was
Lloyd.
it Christopher Lloyd?
Christopher Lloyd.
Anastasia! We gotta go! Oh my god. I never saw Bartok the Magnificent. And Titan AE was okay.
I love Titan AE.
Okay.
Why don't you like Titan AE?
Because Pauly Shore wasn't in it.
There you go.
I didn't. Now,
it wasn't made by Michael Bay.
folks, he just asked me why I didn't like it. Did you hear me say it's okay? That means yes, thumbs up. It's fine. I don't.
I loved Titan AE.
Well,
After
tell us why.
Some of the, I will give you Anastasia.
Thank you.
As not being
interesting,
the same caliber as Secret of Nim, American Tail, Land Before Time.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Every time I take a drink and rattle my eyes, a dog gets his wings.
I felt brought back his classic style. It had great music. It had a great story. Voice actors were,
Damon, baby.
Matt Damon, Drew Barrymore.
No, you're not selling it.
Bill Pullman.
Oh. Maybe I need to see it again.
It was awesome. Great story.
All right. Graham Revel did the music.
I'm gonna cry.
Wow. Okay. I will.
Bet you don't like it.
Oh, John Leguizamo, Nathan Lane, Janine Garofalo, one of my favorite comedians.
Yes. Did you sleep through it?
Maybe. I will give it another shot. I will.
I own it. And I can lay it on.
You will lay it on me. Oh, I've said this on this podcast enough. I will try it again. I'll do it.
The second time I worked at a video store, I put that thing in so much. I think I annoyed the people around me. That was like the movie I put in. It's like, Bill, go pick him. Oh, Tiny.
Bill, go to the T's in the sci-fi section. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. No, I'll give it another shot. I will hold my review.
I will hold it.
I remember thinking it was.
And you will tell me that you didn't like it again, and everybody on the podcast.
Big Fish, even though I still am not a big fan, went up a little. I wouldn't own it, but yeah, okay, well, all right. Tiny, and it was not a success, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was in my eyes.
That's why Don Bluth, his last success, I think, was All Dogs Go to Heaven in '89. Nothing else did well at the box office.
Yeah. But
good or bad. Good or bad. And these days, for me...
Probably why he doesn't have any other real animated features he does anymore. Because Titany, people didn't like.
Yeah, they didn't. Critics didn't like it.
I loved it.
And it flopped. And these days, to me, that's a badge of honor. Oh, my movie... The American audiences didn't like my movie. It must be good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, but back then, you can't tell. As far as the late '90s, that was 2000, right?
2000.
Right at 2000. I'll give it another shot, and I'll hold my tongue on Titan AE until a later time.
I would almost say that's a lost treasure. I would throw that out there as a lost
treasure.
There
you go. I threw one out last one. I don't remember what it was, but I remember throwing out a lost treasure in part one.
Something Sin and...
Oh, Dr. Sin alias the Scarecrow. Yeah, and there you go. There's your lost treasure.
Yes. Tiny. Watch it. Love it.
Or don't come back.
Or don't listen. Yeah. No, come back. We take... As you can see... We take different opinions.
We do.
Sometimes.
And that's the good thing, because how boring would this show be? This movie, I liked it. Me too. Next movie, I liked it. Me too. All right.
I haven't thrown a water bottle at his face yet. So.
Yeah. I almost did on Pauly Shore comment last podcast, but in a weird way, Don Bluth moves us to Ralph Bakshi.
Yes.
Bakshi, for those of you playing at home. Ralph Bakshi is an animator that I grew up loving, and I couldn't see half of his movies till I was 12, 13 years old, because he made very adult films.
Very adult.
His most famous is probably Fritz the Cat,
yeah,
which was rated X because you watch cats have sex, But I think it's funny that they rated it X because it's all animated. But it was very vulgar and it's an okay movie. It doesn't. But he was the first, I believe, to. They call it rotoscoping now, but I don't know what they call it. But to animate over live actors. I mean, Disney did it a few times.
Yeah,
I think he did it in Snow White, but not for everything. Like Bakshi, filmed actors against green screens and then just animated over them and never painted the background because he drew it himself. But yeah, Fritz the Cat. It was his best. It was his first movie, and it was back in the day. Some of you may remember the midnight movies. Midnight movies were movies that didn't do well, and then people would go at midnight, and that's how movies like Rocky Horror Picture Show, the original Night of the Living Dead, those all became cult,
right?
And they would always show midnight movies every weekend, and Fritz the Cat was a big midnight movie, probably one of the top 3.
He did a lot of shorts before that.
Yeah, he did a lot of shorts, but.
Didn't really do much, but
no.
Fritz the Cat, I think, really put his name out there.
And he did another one called Heavy Traffic that didn't get a lot of interest. But Coonskin, controversial title now because we're all so PC, but Coonskin, about criminals in Harlem, like a Harlem mafia. And the star was Philip Michael Thomas, Tubbs of Miami Vice, Scatman Crothers, and Barry White was one of the voices. I'm sure women enjoyed that. But no, Coonskin's a very respected movie, and that's when he started getting his critical praise with Coonskin, and actually made a little money. He only spent $1 million on it, $1.5 million, and it made like $5 million, and it became a midnight staple. It was controversial. Of course, the Congress of Racial Equality protested against it, and would they, but it was his drawings, but he had a way of drawing. He drew white people the same way, Indians, Spanish creatures, but he had a way of maybe offending people with the look of his black characters, and however, they were all voiced by black, actors, and so I don't know.
It was
but
also his drawing style too.
Yeah, it was just his style.
So like we could say Don Bluth, you can tell his style when you watch it. You can tell his style as well. I don't think it was like I'm going to draw this person to look like this.
Yeah,
it was just that's his.
It's not like he said, "Watch how wild I'm gonna draw the black folk." It's not like he did that. He famously asked Al Sharpton, who was a friend at the time, why he didn't come and see the movie Coonskin during the premiere. And Al Sharpton said, "I don't go to see shit. I can smell shit." And then Bakshi called him a black middle class fucking sellout. Yeah. He called Al Sharpton one of those guys who abuses the revolution to support whatever it is he wants. And that's true, and I stand by Bakshi on that, so I'm sorry. But, it was controversial, but very well reviewed. And it is a good film. Have you seen it, Coonskin?
I have not.
It's hard to find.
Yeah.
I think it's on DVD, maybe. But it's a good movie. It's funny. Like, his animation is like you spoke about Don Bluth. It's just visually stunning. But first of all, his films are very adult, folks. Very adult. Don't take the kids to Coonskin.
Yeah.
His next one is my favorite, Wizards. Did you ever see that?
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's 2 wizards, one evil, one good, and it's a fantasy story.
Right.
And it's the weirdest, wildest thing I've ever seen. It used to creep me out. I saw it when I was young. Yeah.
Creeped me out.
The good wizard is like a little old Jewish guy smoking a cigar. You can't see his eyes because his wizard hat, so he's got a big white, mustache. He's like a Catskill comedian, and his floozy she's a fairy, and she's all like tarted up, and she's a floozy. And he calls her that. But it's a really cool movie. It's dark, and his brother's really evil. He looks like Christopher Lee as Saruman. And his minions, Nazi tanks with glowing red, Nazi soldiers with tanks, and soldiers that have glowing red eyes, and and what he would use the old footage of the Nazis marching and just animate over it. And it's a fantastic movie. It's highly entertaining, really weird, to this day, amazingly original, and that's my favorite Bakshi movie is Wizards. I highly recommend everybody see it. It hit Blu-ray. It's on DVD, special edition. Wizards. Following year, he did the animated Lord of the Rings, the first, I believe, incursion. Incursion? That's not right. Incarnation. Thank you. Of it. It's all right. It has its visual splendor. It's boring.
It is. It's very boring.
It's
but
a little slow.
Very dark. But
very
come
dark.
on. Lord of the Rings was a little.
Yeah, but
I mean,
Lord of the Rings isn't.
You got The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, and Tolkien liked to build up the stuff.
Yeah.
In
a way,
a lot of his stuff was a little slow.
Yeah, that's true. In a way. In a very distant way, and bear with me, everybody, because everybody's about to punch their computers. In a way, Bakshi's 1978 animated Lord of the Rings is more faithful thematically to Tolkien than Jackson. Thematically.
Right.
Like, it's dark. It's downbeat.
Very dark.
It's not fun.
Gollum scared the
It's not fun. And I like it. It's slow, but I think it's a successful movie. It did well. Not like Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings trilogy, but
won
but
Academy Awards after Academy Award.
Yeah, made a couple bucks. And his next film was my favorite, or second favorite of his. American Pop. Story about, I think, five generations of musicians, Hungarian immigrants. But he takes us through music. Have you seen it? American Pop?
It's been a long time.
Yeah. He takes us through music. It's my dad's favorite, by the way. He takes us through music history with these generations. And so we see the beginning of rock and roll. One of them plays rock and roll, We go through the 60s, the 70s, and it's brilliant. And they use modern music. They don't write original stuff. And there's a great scene where they use Night Moves by Bob Seger. I don't want to spoil the scene. It's fantastic. This guy's singing it in concert, but I won't tell you anymore. But it's American Pop, and his last really great movie. I loved it. And it actually was critically acclaimed and turned a little profit. Yeah, it was good. His next one, Hey Good Lookin'. He was trying to capture that vibe again, set in the 60s. Sorry. Fire and Ice is good. That's Bakshi's Frank Frazetta. Is that the guy, the artist, the famous artist? Frazetta? I don't think it's Frank, but...
Yeah, I'm not sure.
That was his, that was his Conan. And it's pretty good. It's really dark. It's Bakshi animated, and I liked it.
Style.
Huh?
Again, his style. I mean, very kind of.
And then he took a decade break and came back with one of the worst movies I've ever seen, Cool World.
You hated Cool World?
I hated it, and as did.
Again, saw it when it was at the animation festival when I worked there.
You like it?
I enjoyed it.
Hated it. I've always hated
I liked that he was doing the rotoscoping. Is that
he did that. Yeah, with Kim Basinger.
It was during a time when things were starting to go more kind of the digital. People were using the technology to kind of to do certain things in the animated in the movies that you normally would take a very, very long time to do.
Yeah, it was 2 years away from the CGI.
Yeah, craze. And I like that he was still using his style, and it was hand drawn. I enjoyed it. I thought it was Gabriel Byrne. I don't know, his character really didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
Honestly, Kim Basinger, the
Jessica Rabbit of
Jessica Rabbit-esque that she was doing.
Yeah.
But I've always, as a artist and person who likes comics and stuff, have always wanted to sit down and, you know, not be in prison, but create an entire...
Neither, for that matter.
Create an entire world, you know, just draw characters that kind of incorporate an entire, you know, space. And I love that aspect of, you know, the characters that he created while he was in prison, you know, and then eventually come out into the real world. I like that idea.
Yeah.
And I was very glad that he kept with some traditional animation stuff.
No, it visually again, stunning.
But
I just thought the script was a mess.
the script was a little, you know, Brad Pitt.
Before he started acting.
Yeah, before he was, you know, made his fame. But I enjoyed it. I can't say I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan. But he's got one more coming out, a new one, which is weird. The Last Days of Coney Island, starring Matthew Modine.
Yeah, it's a short.
It's It's
not a full feature like some of his other stuff. He's getting back doing his shorts again.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think his time is over. I hate to say. Bakshi, Don Bluth, any animator pre-1985. I think their time is past.
I don't know. I'd like to see Don Bluth come back.
Well, I'd like to see him and Bakshi and all of them come. I'd like to see some animation again, but it doesn't sell. Doesn't play. Nobody wants it, unfortunately. And here's something.
Though I think Don Bluth's style could warrant itself into the Pixar, DreamWorks 3D animation world.
I agree with that. Same could be said for Bakshi, not Pixar. But he could work. He could not at all. He could work himself into the style of modern CGI stuff.
Yeah.
Here's the sad thing, and I did research and I cannot find out why. But speaking of Don Bluth, Ralph Bakshi was not a fan.
No.
Not a fan.
Oh, screw him.
Yeah.
I don't like you anymore.
So, but I don't understand being an animator. Look, talk bad about other animators, but being an animator in your own right, how can you?
I would say that would be
speak ill of Don Bluth. I don't understand.
It's kind of like saying Chuck Jones. You know, I don't like Chuck
Jones. Yeah. It's like Looney Tunes is stupid. That's dumb stuff. Yeah, I've never.
I mean, they were probably around the same period of time, and it was
they came up. They're within 2 years of each other in age.
You know, and they were both trying to do different things within their animation. I think it would be kind of like, Leonardo da Vinci didn't like Michelangelo very much. You know, they were around the same time, trying different things and doing, you know, going off on their own paths, and maybe that's what it was. It was just that rivalry. It's
maybe.
I can't remember the name of the two guys, but the guy who did The Watchmen, and the guy
Zack Snyder
who did. I'm talking about the artist.
Oh, the.
And the guy who did. What was the other one? V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
Those two artists.
Are they?
Do not like each other
really?
as well. But again, you know, you look at their styles and the stuff that they do, and they're revolutionary in their own right. And maybe that just makes them bump heads. Maybe that was the same thing between him and Don Bluth. They were trying to do two different things around the same time, and they just bumped heads.
Maybe, but I mean, wouldn't it? I don't know. Maybe you're right, but it would be weird that, to me, in a very different plane. But that would be like Spielberg, you know, saying, Scorsese, I hate him.
Well, it's like Spielberg and Lucas. They didn't like each other at the beginning.
Yeah, but that was before they got in, you know.
Got into bed with each other? No, just kidding.
Yeah, literally, yeah. Financial bed with each other. But yeah, it's I've looked and looked, and I'm even looking now, and I cannot. Yeah. I researched it last week, and there's no. It's just stated that he never liked. Never liked him.
Maybe they were at a party together, and you know, Don Bluth called him a dick.
Yeah, yeah.
You're a dick.
Hey, Bakshi! Cool World sucks! I worked with Disney. Fuck you! Gets Bakshi thrown out of the party. I think we've come to it, folks. I think we now know why. Yeah. Yeah. That's funny. But yeah, so yeah, Ralph Bakshi, Don Bluth, two genius animators.
Mm-hmm.
When you see their name on something, look up their filmographies and get and just get anything. You won't always get masterful stuff, but if you get Bakshi, unless it's Lord of the Rings, don't watch it with your kids. And Lord of the Rings will bore them, but there's nothing like...
Not even Cool World. That was very
Cool World's a little
sexualized.
sexual, and Fritz the Cat's an X-rated cartoon about a pimp cat. Yeah, you don't want to
have
do
that
that.
one around the house. Oh, it's a cartoon about cats.
You have that one?
No.
Oh.
I'm just saying, if you have kids, it's not one that you'd have just laying around.
No, you're right.
Next to the Lion King. And
oh, pretty kitty.
have it squeezed in between Fantasia and
yeah, right.
Little Mermaid. I probably would not do that.
Under the soul. That's not what I thought it was going to be. That's funny. Yeah, but seek those out.
But even Lord of the Rings would freak you out. So.
Well, yeah, but there's nothing offensive to children in it.
No, it's just
it would
scary.
just bore them and scare them.
Scare them.
Gollum is frightening in that.
Gollum is very frightening.
Hey, John Huston plays Gandalf though. He's got that great voice. Which that didn't sound anything like John Huston. I can do a lot of people. Apparently, I can't do John Huston. That was awful. I'm sorry. Yeah, some weird old guy with no particular tone apparently played Gandalf, because that's the thing I just did. That's the voice I did. No, I guess that we should move on to DreamWorks.
Okay, we can do that.
So, you like the DreamWorks?
DreamWorks.
Yeah,
okay.
They're all right. They've done a few.
Just a couple.
Few good things, right?
Yeah. Can't complain too much about them.
I know we'll go in order,
I like
but
DreamWorks. DreamWorks is good.
No, they are good, and it's weird. They have one or two all-time classics, but they're still like the lesser Pixar. I don't know what it is. We didn't talk
because some of them are, I would say, even better than some Pixar movies. I mean, not not a lot of them, but I mean, you know my favorites towards the end.
I do. Yeah, we'll get to those. Actually, I need to think of my favorites, but that's probably them. But no, I don't know what it. We didn't mention this when we were talking about Pixar on the last podcast. Oh, I don't know what it is about Pixar.
Mm-hmm.
But they can find the best screenwriters for animated films that are out there. Why can't anyone else? There's got to be more, and it's not the same people writing over and over again.
Disney money.
They keep Oh, you want me to write How to Train Your Dragon 3? What? Finding Dory? How much? Pixar? Yeah, I'm going with Pixar. Sorry, Spielberg and Katzenberg and all you Bergs that work for DreamWorks. I'm out of here. Hey, 707 million.
Yeah, give me some Disney money, and I'll say, yeah, DreamWorks shit.
Yeah, right. Yeah, DreamWorks can slob on my nose. Yeah,
give me some of Disney's money, and I'll be Don Bluth. He's a prick.
Yeah, I'm with Bakshi. Screw that Bluth guy. Screw him. No. So what was their first one?
Ants.
That was the first.
I think
DreamWorks.
So, was it?
Ants or Bugs Life was Pixar.
Because that was '98. So yeah, I think Ants was.
Ants is the best animated with bugs Woody Allen movie ever made. It is a Woody Allen movie, and not just because he voices the main ant. The whole structure. It opens up with him on his psychiatrist's couch talking about his neurosis.
Right.
I'm like, God, it's a Woody Allen movie. Yeah. And he has relationship problems and problems at work. Yeah, it's a Woody Allen movie.
Even Stallone, who wasn't doing very good stuff around that period of time.
Yeah, he's great.
He was even awesome.
And Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone, Jennifer Lopez, whatever.
Yeah.
Gene Hackman, Dan Aykroyd.
I forgot about Hackman.
Walkman.
Or Walken.
Yeah. I mean, it was great.
No, I love it. I like it a lot. I don't love it, but I remember that's when you're like, oh, this is Pixar-esque.
Mm-hmm. That's when you knew they had actually somebody who was a company that was going to give them some trouble.
Yeah. and did that? I believe it came out the same year, or as A Bug's Life.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer Ants.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm not biased because Woody Allen's involved. It's a better movie.
No, it was in the script.
Bug's Life kind of left me cold.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah,
I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah.
I remember Dave Foley's the main bug.
Yeah.
I don't remember anybody else in it.
Really.
Yeah. Ants is. Ants is. It's a great movie.
Well, like you said, it was very much just a Woody Allen film.
It is.
It is.
And an animated bug Woody Allen movie. Yeah, I love it.
And then they did The Prince of Egypt.
Yeah, they did, didn't they?
Yeah. All right, that's it.
It's what can I say about that movie? Val Kilmer was in it.
Yeah.
Right before his fall from grace. Yeah, I didn't. It's fine, and it has nothing to do with my view on religion.
Mm-hmm.
It's because I love, Passion of the Christ, Last Temptation. Those are great films, but I didn't.
Say so.
Prince of Egypt, yeah, Well, hey, I can look at it as a.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, I had a little issue with the next one they did.
Which is?
The Road to El Dorado.
I had a lot of issues with that.
What I had problems with. Okay, so it's...
Oh, there we are. Okay. I couldn't
Kenneth
find
Branagh,
the list, folks. I'm sorry.
Kenneth Branagh, Kevin Kline.
Two of my all-time favorite people.
Yeah, me too. I mean, Hans Zimmer. Composed.
3 of my all-time favorite people.
Elton John, Tim Rice of...
5 of my all-time favorite. Are you kidding me? How did this go wrong? It is so boring.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
And talk about blatant, do not show this to your kids.
I don't remember that.
I don't know if they cut it out or what, but there is a scene. I'm going to give you a scene here.
Give me a scene.
I watched this in the video store when it came out, and my mouth dropped. You have all the little things they always say about animators, where, sex in The Lion King, and, the Woody and Little Mermaid. You have the little things.
No, Woody's in Toy Story. Thank you, folks. I'm here all week again.
But there is a scene, and I can't remember which one of the two characters it is, but they're laying back with his hands behind his head, and the other character comes in and startles him, and the main female character pops up.
Really?
My mouth dropped.
That was probably an in-joke that gets by kids.
That gets by people. Did not get by me. And I'm like, oh my god, this has a blowjob scene.
Has anybody... I don't know. Has anybody ever... I don't think they... Do you think they meant that?
I don't know.
Has anybody... Oh, Rosie Perez was in it. I guess that's who popped up.
But it was only quick. It was quick.
Yeah.
It was very fast. And I think a normal person, it would probably go by them. But I showed it to the people at work. I showed it to my wife. They have...
I need to look at it.
Yes. I am not... It's not one of the Goonies thing where I went 30 years thinking I was crazy that there was no octopus.
Yeah, because nobody...
I showed this. They may have took it out so that they didn't get sued by parents. I don't know. But I have people who confirm that I showed it to.
Roger Ebert called it bright and zesty.
Yeah, bright and zesty with
I like that scene where the princess or whatever pops up.
I would tell people not to watch it. The parents, because of that one scene. I was don't watch this.
I wonder if that was a weird choice on framing or an in-joke.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's definitely, that's what I took out of it. I was like, oh my god.
Because honestly, I always thought that stuff was bullshit about the hidden sexual stuff until I saw the word sex in the dust there, or the sand, or whatever that was. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Yeah.
Chicken Run, pretty good movie.
Chicken Run. Mm-hmm.
The Great Escape with chickens,
starring
Mel Gibson. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It was it's DreamWorks, but it owes more to Nick Park and the Wallace and Gromit style of animation. Which this is an animation show. I'll just get it out of the way because there's only 3 of them and in one movie. I love the Wallace and Gromit stuff.
That was great
It's
stuff.
fantastic. The movie was great.
Mm-hmm.
I have all three of the shorts.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. One of them won an Oscar. The movie was nominated for an Oscar. Should have won. Yeah, it's fantastic. Nick Park stuff. Seek it out, everyone who doesn't know. He's British. And also, there's a great one called Creature Comforts. That it was his intro into things. It was his like student stuff. But what he would do is he would go to the zoos around London and interview people, kids, adults, and ask them how they feel about the zoo, how they feel about everything there. And he would animate over that. Well, he would put their stuff over his animation, but like it would be the animals getting interviewed. And so you'd see a lion sitting there and you'd hear some kids go, "It's all right here. I like it here. They have a nice food." And, you know, and it's just and they're all about 10 minutes each. There's like 6 of them. It's hilarious stuff. But that got him known and led to Wallace and Gromit and so on and so on. So yeah, Chicken Run.
Yeah.
And then I think DreamWorks really busted in and said, "Hey, Pixar, we're knocking at your back door."
Made that crappy movie about that
Shrek.
green guy. What was that all about?
Yeah, I like Shrek a lot.
No, I like Shrek a lot too.
The first one.
Yes.
The second one's good.
Second one's decent.
The third one's barely
And then you
okay,
start
and the
going to
fourth
crap.
one I think is atrocious.
Yeah.
I hate it. But no, the original Shrek is so funny.
Oh, yes, it is.
And Eddie Murphy hadn't been that funny since Coming to America. I thought he was hilarious. Everybody's good. I even like Cameron Diaz, and I think she should pack it up
John
and go
Lithgow
home.
was just amazing.
Lithgow was great.
Oh.
He famously said, because, and I think it sucks, and I didn't know until he made this comment, John Lithgow. We had him over for dinner. And,
You too.
yeah. But, yeah, he told me he enjoyed your chicken, because it was all tofu. But he said that he was excited when he signed on. They said, yeah, Mike Myers is playing this role, Eddie Murphy's playing this role, and John Lithgow says, I love both of those guys. I cannot wait to be in a room with them, playing off of each other. And that's not how DreamWorks does it, apparently.
They do it.
They do it separately.
Oh.
And which takes, like, wouldn't you want all your actors in a booth riffing off of each other? Wouldn't you want that?
Yeah.
I don't understand
I would
it.
think so too.
Pixar does it both ways.
Yeah.
But they say in all of the scenes where there's more than like 3 people, they have them all together. And the great TV show Bob's Burgers, which is my favorite TV comedy, I think. They have them all in the booth
That's
together.
good.
Same with Family Guy. And if they're off shooting something else, they Skype in. And so they're all there all the time, so the reactions are genuine.
Right.
But Lithgow said it was the great crushing blow. He didn't spend one... He said the first time he met Myers and Murphy was at the premiere. Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you do that?
I'm upset now. I
But
didn't really know that.
Shrek is a wonderful movie. The funny thing about it is that the first one was not made for kids.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that offensive, but it wasn't made for kids at all. It was the filmmakers, having fun with, doing a Mel Brooksy type thing on what we know about our fairy tales. And kids just latched onto it. Ergo, the next 3 are kid-oriented. I just think it's funny about Shrek.
Yeah.
Their next movie was Spirits, Stallion of the Cimarron.
Now, did you know, back to Shrek,
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
real fast.
I'm sorry.
Chris Farley was actually meant to...
I did not
Mike
know that.
Myers.
No.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the title character. He was supposed to be Shrek. So
That's wild. I
that
wonder
would've
what
been
that
weird,
would have...
wouldn't
Yeah, that would have been weird.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Yeah, Spielberg bought the rights to the book for Shrek in '91, and they convinced him to bring it over to DreamWorks.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
And Shrek is the, I believe, Swedish word for, or something, for
Yeah, I'm not sure about
ogre.
that.
For ogre.
For ogre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a different take on
That would
Shrek.
have been very different, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I live in a mud hut down by the river. So get your freaking donkey off of my... I love Chris Farley. I miss that guy, man.
Yeah, me too.
Side
But it would've
note,
been
there's a
very
documentary
different
coming out later this year about Chris Farley.
movie. Oh, is there? Good.
So, anyway. Yeah. The next one. I'm sorry, I
No, it's cool.
C-blocked you on the rest of Shrek.
It's quite all right.
Spirit Stallion of the Cimarron, or what I like to say, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out. It got bland reviews. It died at the box office, and nobody cared.
That's horses.
I watched part of it on cable once, and I'm like, yeah, I get it. It's not. I didn't like their next one either, Sinbad, with Brad Pitt as Sinbad. Wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah.
Shrek 2, okay. It's alright. It's good. I hated, with everything in my being, Shark Tale.
Really?
I wanted to...
You're just not a big Will Smith fan, are you?
I'm not, actually, but that has nothing to do with it. I like Independence Day. No, I hated it. I thought it was... I'm like, what a great idea. You got Scorsese and De Niro and half the cast of The Sopranos and Will Smith and
Jack Black.
And oh my God,
Jolie.
I thought it was terrible.
Scorsese.
Yeah,
man.
I thought it was horrible. The one good thing I liked about it,
Hans Zimmer again,
is that Scorsese's fish had Scorsese's big thick eyebrows. I thought that was funny.
Looked just like him. That was beautiful.
There's whale poo, and then there's you. Yeah, I hate it. Half a star.
Half a star. Wow.
That's a half a star away from no stars.
It.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm not a huge fan of the next one, but it's okay.
Madagascar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right. It is.
I don't think they needed to do like 4 sequels, but.
Yeah, there's like Ice Age. There's like 90 of them, right? Yeah. I guess Ice Age is not DreamWorks. I thought it was.
No. What is Ice Age? Ice Age is.
It's probably just a studio. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be. I thought it was a big studio, though.
It's funny, I spoke too soon because I forgot DreamWorks put out Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
Yes, they did.
I forgot that they put that out. So we are already spoken about that. And a treasure. It was a big hit, but nobody ever talks about it. Over the Hedge.
Oh, I loved Over the Hedge.
I love that movie so much.
My dog is that squirrel when it eats chocolate.
That Steve Carell has never been funnier. Nick Nolte's never been Nick Noltier. RJ, get my food back. Bruce Willis. Yeah, it was a fun movie. Over the Hedge. Anybody who hasn't seen it, Wanda Sykes is a skunk. Gary Shandling's a turtle. It's fantastic. It's a lot of fun. And Ben Folds of Ben Folds 5 does the score. The next one I didn't like at all. Flushed Away. Did you like that?
Flushed Away. Which one was that? That was
Hugh Jackman as a mouse, and Kate Winslet, and he's in the sewers and the toilets of London, and I'm already falling asleep remembering the movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really remember it.
And it didn't do well at the box office.
Must not have.
So, Shrek.
Flushed Away. It sounds familiar though.
Yeah, they followed that up with Shrek the Third, barely okay. B Movie, a movie that nobody ever talks about, but it was a big hit and I liked it. We own it. It's fine.
Never saw it.
It's good.
I'm not a big DreamWorks fan. I haven't seen most of these.
Seinfeld. Hey, man. Seinfeld's movie debut. Another great one. Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
Love it. And the sequel.
That came out on my birthday.
And there's a... Did it?
In 2008.
Oh, hey. Yeah, hey. Hey. All of a sudden, I'm Dennis Hopper. He used to do that in every... Hey, huh? Hey, huh? Hey, huh? That's a great movie. And that's... Of all the... Including Part 2... Kung Fu Panda, of all the DreamWorks animated films, visually, those are the best. They're amazing looking.
Yeah.
And Jack Black is hilarious.
Hilarious.
Skadoosh. Yeah, I love those. And another huge hit for them. Madagascar 2. Monsters vs. Aliens was horrible.
Yeah, never watched it.
Oh my God.
Wasn't interested.
It was terrible. It didn't do well. And then
came a little
ditty we like to call
Phil loves.
Me too, baby. But you know what? I love the second one more. How to Train Your Dragon.
Well, that was a great thing about the second one was that it was just as, if not better, than the first one.
The second one for me and I mean this. You can argue the fact, but I prefer Godfather 2. I prefer Empire Strikes Back,
Mm-hmm.
and I prefer How to Train Your Dragon 2. Yeah. There, and again, with all those, of course, you're not taking anything away from the originals.
No.
But the sequels just one-upped the brilliance that you already saw. Yeah.
But no, that's such a beautiful series.
Man.
I'm so looking for the third one.
I'm not. I wish they'd stop because 2 is so good. 2, in my opinion, is one of the best animated films ever made.
Yeah.
So don't, you know what I mean? Just stop right there. You can come up with other ideas.
But I'll miss them.
I know, right. Yeah, it's Toothless.
I love Jay Baruchel.
I like him. He's a one-known actor, but I like him.
Well, nobody really knows him until you hear his voice.
yeah, right. But no, they're. I love 1. 2 is a masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
How to Train Your Dragon, just brilliant. And How to Train Your Dragon should have won the Oscar. We talked about that before.
I agree.
Brilliant movies. But they followed the first How to Train Your Dragon with Shrek Forever After. That's the 4th one, and that was on my worst of the year list that year. It's horrible.
Shrek.
Too
Never
dark.
More.
Yeah. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, please, no more Shrek. Except now that was so bad. Do one more. Try to get the magic
let's try to
back.
get the money.
Megamind with Will Ferrell and.
It was good.
It was good. It was fine. I don't need to own it.
I don't think it was as grand as the other one that came out around the same time.
Kung Fu Panda 2?
No, it's not. It's not. Well, who are we talking about again? DreamWorks.
Yeah, hello.
Again, Steve Carell. They just came out with a sequel.
Oh God, Horton Hears a Who?
No.
Oh, I hated that thing.
Again, what the hell? Why
Steve
am I?
Carell animated movie? Oh, Over the Hedge?
No.
What?
What
Help
am I
us,
thinking?
folks.
It's
There's
also
people screaming it out right now.
They just the Minions.
Oh shit!
Frickin'
Despicable Me.
Yes.
That's DreamWorks.
Is it? It's not DreamWorks.
It's not?
No. What is that?
Well, who the hell is it? Because I'm like, we gotta talk about Despicable Me coming up. Well, anyway, no, you're right. Megamind was nowhere near that.
Yeah,
they came
I
out
really
at the
like
same
Despicable
time.
Me a lot better.
Well, while we're on that, real quick, Despicable Me 1 and 2, I think are 2 of the best animated films in recent memory. I love them. I think Carell was hilarious. I think he's best when he's animated. Over the Hedge, Despicable Me. I love Gru. You will not sneeze or burp or fart. And don't touch anything.
Yeah, it was Universal Pictures.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I think I think they're both comedic animated masterpieces. I love the Despicable Me so much. They're so original and neat.
Mm-hmm.
And I even like the Pharrell songs in them. That's how much I like them. And I could not want to run away quicker or farther than the damn Minions movie. I have a 6-year-old. We're going this week, I think. I have no desire. I'm gonna want to kill myself by the time it's over. They're the only weak point. If they're on screen too long, I'm
So
like,
you don't
okay.
mind them as much in the Despicable Me's because they're a secondary character. You're feeling the whole movie with them is just gonna make you want to slit your wrists.
Yeah, I think 90 minutes of Minions will, in fact, make me want to do that. It's a weird similarity, a weird line to draw, weird connection to make, but it's my theory on what went wrong with Joe Pesci.
Okay, I'm interested.
bear with me, everyone. This is actually
we
rather
got from Despicable Me to Joe Pesci.
6 degrees up. No, bear with me here. Joe Pesci, one of the all-time, and I'm putting him up there with Edward G. Robinson and Walter Brennan and all of those people.
Okay.
One of the all-time great character actors.
Mm-hmm.
He brought everybody's game up, the movie up, whenever he's on screen, whenever he's over here. Need I give examples? Goodfellas, Casino, Lethal Weapon 2, 3, 4. Then in the 90s, because of his success with Lethal Weapon,
Mm-hmm.
because we saw the comedic side.
Yes.
They started putting him in starring roles.
Mm-hmm.
The Super. Anybody remember that?
I own it.
The Super.
Yeah.
Gone Fishing with Danny Glover. You got that one?
Don't have that one.
But they started putting him in the lead roles, and it didn't work. He needs to be a character actor.
Mm.
Alec Baldwin. I can make another connection from the Minions to Alec Baldwin.
Okay.
Same kind of thing. Alec Baldwin never made it as a lead actor, handsome as he is.
Mm-hmm.
Never made it. He wasn't right. Have you noticed 30 Rock and movies like The Departed
Mm-hmm.
and everything he's in now, he's a supporting player.
Hmm.
He's a character actor now.
Yeah.
And that's over the last 10, 15 years where he has found his niche.
Mhm.
And that's where he shines.
Yeah.
And now we realize how great and multi-talented Alec Baldwin is, instead of making him the handsome lead
Right.
in every film.
Now, in my defense for Joe Pesci and the Super, it was
There
a
is none.
double box set with,
Oh, okay.
with honors. So,
Well,
it wasn't that I went out and just
That's not a
bought
horrible movie. With Honors is not horrible. Which they filmed, by the way, the campus.
Mm-hmm.
It's supposed to be Harvard.
Yeah.
It's I've walked on that campus. I've sat on that campus. It's Urbana, Illinois,
Okay.
for a lot of it. I'm like, what the
Okay.
hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
no.
it wasn't that I went out
Okay.
and
But I would
seeked
put that
out
on
the Super.
Yeah, and he technically isn't the star in that movie either. I'm not a fan of that movie, but it's not a bad movie. I just didn't dig it. But yeah, when you try to make these character actors or these people that work, oh, I can't wait till the next scene, and that's what makes their scene so great
Mhm.
when they're in it. People like that. When you try to bring them to the front, it doesn't work. I.e., I chuckle at the Minions in Despicable Me and Part 2. I
Mhm.
cannot imagine an entire
Hour
film
and a
of
half of it.
Yeah. I'm scared. I'm going to see it at the theater, and I'm terrified.
We'll have to go see another movie afterwards if it's that bad.
Yeah. I hope it's
you
not.
can let me know. We'll just
Yeah, I hope it's not bad, but, I don't think it's going to be as good as...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We talked about Kung Fu Panda 2. I love Puss in Boots.
I didn't see it. I should though.
I
'cause
love
like,
you should.
Antonio Banderas.
I give it a strong 3.5 stars.
Yeah. In terms of Antonio
Antonio Banderas.
Antonio Banderas.
Yeah, see.
We talked in a show not too long ago about the Expendables and
did?
how I did not like the Expendables,
Mm.
and I thought the second one was crap.
Mm,
Actually, Antonio Banderas in the third one
it was great.
because it was on Netflix. So I
Oh, you
thought-
finally saw it?
So I was like, "What the hell? I'll see it for free." And I actually enjoyed that a lot better than the second one.
Well, it is
um,
better than the second.
And
It's a good movie.
I think Antonio Banderas. I love
He
his
stole the
character
show,
in it.
didn't he?
Yeah,
He was
was
hilarious.
awesome.
Yeah.
He was amazing.
He's
So-
goofy all the way through it, and then all of a sudden, yeah, that's I like that movie.
Yeah. And I thought Harrison Ford in it was actually really good too.
Did you like the dig at Bruce Willis?
Mm-hmm.
Did you catch that?
I only caught it because
What
you
happened to
mentioned it the last
Mr.
time.
Yeah, he's like, he was an asshole. Yeah. And I like Wesley Snipes.
Mm-hmm.
Why were you in jail?
I was a
Tax
little
evasion.
leery because when
I've
I first saw him come on, oh god, it's Wesley Snipes.
Well, here's the
It's
thing.
gonna be this type of movie.
Lest we forget, man, Wesley Snipes was an okay actor.
Uh-huh.
Character actor.
Mhm.
Way back in the day. He was in
Yeah.
a couple of Spike Lee movies.
Mm-hmm.
A couple of Spike Lee's best films, Jungle Fever and Mo Better Blues. And he did serious work.
Mhm.
And he was in that big movie, Waiting to Exhale. I'm not a fan of the movie,
No.
but he was really good in it. And much like Nicolas Cage and
Mhm.
Liam Neeson, somebody put a gun and a $20 million paycheck in their hand.
Yeah.
And I said, it's it. I'm done with character development. I'm just going to shoot people and blow shit up. And go to jail for tax evasion.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But Puss in Boots, I should see it because
The
I like
gr-
Antonio Banderas. And in the later Shreks, he was actually
he was
one of my
great.
favorite characters in it.
He is,
So,
he
I
is
need
the
to
best
see-
character in the later
Yeah,
ones.
so I need to see Puss.
In boots. I love that. I
So-
love the way he delivers that line. The thing for me, besides it's well written and funny,
Mm-hmm.
that makes Puss in Boots so great
Mm-hmm.
is the downside to many, even some of my favorite animated films today. I'm just sick of it. In Puss in Boots, there's no modern references.
Mm-hmm.
There's no modern catchphrases. There's no modern music. It's a score, I think, Hans Zimmer. I don't remember.
I don't know. He seems to be pretty famous with.
Yeah, he's an animated dude.
Um,
But it's just a linear story, and with an orchestrated score, and they're not dancing to Macarena or any bullshit like that. It's a really, really great movie. It really is. Puss in Boots is one of the great animated films of recent time.
actually, it looks like Henry Jackson was the.
Oh, never heard of him.
music.
I just assumed it was Hans Zimmer. But no, yeah, see Puss in Boots, all of you, and you.
Yeah, definitely.
Across the mic.
Definitely. I'm trying to see if he did any other
Zimmer?
movies. Apparently, he's worked with Hans Zimmer, so maybe that's
maybe he's a offshoot.
Yeah.
Then they did Madagascar 3, whatever.
Well, he did Kick-Ass, X-Men First Class, so it looks like he works a little bit with
Vaughn. Matt Vaughn. I call him Matt.
Yeah.
We know each other.
Man on the Ledge.
That's.
Then he did, yeah. I mean, he's
Now here's the thing, though.
Big Hero 6.
That's the thing, and we'll get to this in our film composer
he did
episode
some
we're
of the
going to do
Kingman
someday. Oh, there you go.
So.
But that's the thing with composers, though. You know, you can't. Sometimes you can get a great score from a shit movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You ever heard Hans Zimmer's score for Michael Bay's Pearl Harbor? It's fantastic. Fantastic. But guess what? Rise of the Guardians, I like a lot.
That was
Alec Baldwin. He's Santa. He's Santa. Yeah. Santa and the Jack Frost and the Tooth Fairy and the Easter Bunny. And Alec Baldwin plays Santa. He's got tattoos and he's got. It's animated. He plays him like a Russian Cossack. You know, he's like, "Welcome, Easter Bunny." Yeah. It's hilarious. It's a really inventive, really good movie. It did okay at the box office. We're fans of it at the Francis household.
Yeah.
The Croods, I am not a fan of. Speaking of Nicolas Cage, yeah, it's a weak. Nicolas Cage is actually kind of funny in it, and it's nice to see him lighten up without going batshit crazy. But the movie's just kind of, it's just there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Turbo was good.
I like Turbo.
Turbo was good.
Fun.
Yeah, even though the star is
one
Ryan Reynolds,
yeah,
who I'm going to have to probably succumb to because I hear Deadpool's going to be phenomenal.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Again, on what I was saying about character actors, is that one that deserves his own standalone movie? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either.
I loved Peabody and Sherman.
Mm-hmm.
I already love Peabody and Sherman from the Rocky and Bullwinkle show. This is our animated show. Anybody who has never seen any Rocky and Bullwinkle episodes, do not see the live-action movie. See the original episodes from way back. Peabody and Sherman. The only change I didn't like that they made, trying to be PC, because Sherman is a little boy, and Peabody is a dog.
Right.
Genius. And they time travel.
Mm-hmm.
And in the original show, hello, I'm Mr. Peabody. This is my pet boy, Sherman. But now he's his soon-to-be adopted son, Sherman. I'm like, okay, whatever. But no, Mr. Peabody and Sherman, it was... Did you see it?
I have not.
It's respectful to the...
Is it?
With the exception of what I just said. Okay. It's very... Ty Burrell from Modern Family.
I mean, there was another one
Phil Dunphy plays Peabody.
Yeah. You had to forgive me because around that time I was highly anticipating another movie, which we've briefly talked about. And
you had to wait about 3.5 months. How to Train Your Dragon 2. Yes, we already talked about that. Is a masterpiece.
A week after my birthday. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Indeed, it did. Yeah. Wow. We spoke about it already. Masterpiece. Masterpiece. But we throw that word around a lot. Masterpiece. It is a masterpiece. Yes. It really is.
Beautiful movie.
Penguins of Madagascar. It's all right.
Nah, I haven't seen it. Again, it was...
Again, what I was just speaking of with sequel. Minions and Pesci and Bella. They're great.
I love the penguins. They're funny.
They're great, yeah. But when you got 90 minutes of it, it gets a little tedious.
It would be like with Ice Age, which we briefly didn't talk about.
If John Leguizamo had his own movie?
That, or if they just had an entire movie of the rodent.
Wasn't that John Leguizamo? with the lisp.
No, the
Oh,
one
the
that's
rock.
always trying to get the
trying to get the acorn.
trying to get the acorn.
Yeah.
All the time. It'd be
You're
like
right.
a whole movie with
You're
trying
right.
to get the acorn.
Exactly, exactly, and ergo the minions.
Enjoy it, but I wouldn't want to see an hour.
And in my opinion, in March of this year, I took my son to what I'd like to call the worst film ever made by DreamWorks Pictures.
Oh, no.
Home. Holy shit!
Really?
That will be
was
on my
bad?
worst of the year list on our best
looked
and
so
worst
cute, too.
podcast at the end of this year. It did, didn't it?
It looked very cute.
Yeah. No. I.
Looked like the Lilo of Stitch.
Oh
of,
man. Yeah, it tries to be.
Aliens,
Yeah. I thought
whatever.
it was horrific. It was a big hit, I guess.
Hmm.
I thought it was terrible. I mean,
Aw.
kids loved it. It's fine. My son's got all the little alien dolls and waved my hands in the air like I just do not care. Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah.
Hated it.
I like him
Despised it.
too.
I don't. I never
You
did.
don't- you
I
don't?
never did. Never did. He used to do bit parts in little movies before he
Mhm.
got famous, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I hate that guy. Whoever that guy is, I hate him.
Aw.
Hate his stupid face. Hate his voice.
His
And then
face.
now he's a part of pop culture. Are you kidding me? He's on T-shirts.
Aw.
Bazonga, whatever that
Bazanga.
stupid. Oh, I hate that show. I hate him. Anyway,
Aw.
yeah.
I love
Sorry, Jim Parsons.
Jim Parsons.
Yeah, Jim Parsons fans. I don't like
Yeah,
him.
I'm sorry. I like
And I
The Big Bang
remember
Theory.
it's funny when he came out. When he came out,
geek humor. How can
I
you not
know.
like The Big
Hey,
Bang
I get
Theory?
some of the jokes. I just don't like the people telling them. It's funny when he came out. Everybody's like, "Oh, Jim Parsons is gay." Oh, really?
You had
It's like
no
when
idea?
It's like when George Michael came out. Everybody's
Yeah,
like,
no.
"Yeah, we knew."
Boy George, what?
We knew already.
But he
Oh my
was
God!
married
Boy
and
George.
had like 6 children.
A
What?
quick funny story. When I was in high school and Culture Club first, I'm a again Culture Club fan.
Oh,
I'm
hell
not
yeah.
ashamed to say they're great, and
He was on Larry Wilmore. Don't you?
yeah, I
like,
saw it.
a week
And
ago
their
or
tour, and
something.
that's how I found out they're
Yeah.
gonna do a tour,
Yeah.
and I'm going. I never saw them, but and it's all 4 of them, the
Mhm.
original.
Good.
His ex-boyfriend, the drummer. Watch the behind the music; it's
Mhm.
creepy. I always thought, real quick, the drummer of Culture Club was the most masculine of the group,
Mm-hmm.
and then I watched the behind the music, and he was Boy George's lover.
Mhm.
I mean, I knew they were all gay, but he was Boy George's lover, and he got hurt, and he was like obsessive. And I'm like,
Oh,
wait a
wow.
minute, weren't you the masculine?
Yeah.
But anyway, when they very first came out, I didn't know anything about. I didn't know his name,
Hmm.
and I said to my friend Bobby and Brad, who hopefully are listening to this podcast, you sons of bitches. Man, lead singer of the Culture Club is really cute. And I don't remember which one of them said it to me.
Yeah.
You know the lead singer of the Culture Club's name is Boy George. And
Yeah.
I said, no, I didn't know that.
Well, it's okay because my
Yeah.
father,
Yeah.
when MTV was actually still doing videos.
I don't remember back that far.
Yeah, I know, really. Culture Club came on, and so
That's hard to say.
and yeah, I know. And Boy George, doing the singing. I can't remember which song it was, but yeah, my father was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, she's a cutie."
That's right, yeah.
Well, my brother, that's a dude.
And to be fair, was a cutie.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, hey.
He
you
was
know.
very feminine looking. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Can I tell you the
Yeah.
Jay Davidson from The Crying Game? I would have dipped my toe into that.
If I was gay.
Oh my
Yeah, I
God,
wouldn't have
folks,
had no issues. Come
we're
on.
having fun with our. Again, I say, even in part 2, we're more blue in our animated specials than any other one. It's funny. Yeah, they have Kung Fu Panda 3 coming out, talking about DreamWorks, and
Well,
The
that
Croods
could be
2,
fun.
which nobody is looking
Yeah,
forward
not-
to,
Whatever.
and
I didn't even see the first one.
Dragon 3.
And Dragon 3.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
Hell
So,
yeah.
and Captain Underpants, I don't know what the hell that is, but I'm intrigued.
Is that an old
Captain
guy that
Underpants?
poops his pants?
Right, I don't
what
know.
is that?
Oh, great! Here comes Captain Underpants again. Everybody, turn on the fan. Jesus.
Captain Underpants.
But I think
I have no idea what that is.
DreamWorks. Excuse me for chewing on ice, folks. I think DreamWorks makes great films,
Mm-hmm.
but with Pixar, 98.5 98.5% of the time you're going to get a masterpiece or right at the masterpiece door.
Yeah.
With DreamWorks, it's about every 4 or 5 movies you get a great film. You know what I mean? Might be one of the best of the year.
Rob Letterman is actually
Who?
set to direct it.
Who?
He did Shrek.
No, I mean direct what?
The Captain Underpants.
Oh.
And it looks like it's going to have Ed Helms and Kevin Hart. And I don't know.
Oh, Kevin Hart, that gets me there.
You don't like Kevin Hart? I think he's funny.
He's okay. He's one of the obvious comics. You know
He
what
has
I
a
mean?
certain
Where he's
stick,
like, look
but-
at me, I'm yelling and waving my arms around and me.
Yeah, he has a certain stick. But
Like
I
if you
still
can
think
stand
he's
like
funny.
Stephen Wright and deliver your same jokes and I laugh at him, then I'll like you.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, Rob Letterman had some pretty good ones, so we'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. We're all
name-
fired up here at widescreen for Captain Underpants.
Well, I'm not fired up, but we'll see. The animation right now from the book, as long as I get past the book.
Wait a minute.
Work.
Captain Underpants. I know Captain Underpants. I have a son, you know. Just looking at that, which I can't even see it because I'm blind.
Yeah.
But I can tell. There's a whole series of books.
Yeah, it's a series of books. Apparently.
I know Captain Underpants.
Yeah, as long as the animation's better.
I might have a couple of My son might have a couple of Captain Underpants
I think
books
I have a couple of those
upstairs.
books.
Yeah, they're in plain brown wrappers. Yeah.
So,
Well, we came to
anyway.
the end of DreamWorks.
Yeah.
We've talked about Bakshi. We've
Yeah.
talked about Don Bluth. In part 1, we talked about Disney and Pixar. And
yeah.
are there any other animated films we want to throw out there and give credit to?
You don't like them, or you find them quite boring, but I think we have to at least give a shout out to, I can't pronounce his name. I mentioned him at the end of our last one.
Sorry.
The,
Miyazaki.
Miyazaki.
Yeah. Spirited Away is probably his most famous, right? Ponyo.
Probably, but I mean, he had a lot of his stuff in the younger year.
I want to say he's retiring.
Castle in the Sky, My Neighbor Totoro, Kiki's Delivery
Yeah.
Service. Then you got Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away, which is probably a lot of people know that one. But
That's the one that was nominated for Oscars.
yeah, Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh, that one too. Everybody loved that.
So I mean, you got to give him a shout out for his animation style.
No,
We didn't really get into the manga type stuff, so I think
I'm not a
we should.
fan of that. The manga
There's
stuff.
a lot of it. That's the
There's tons.
There's so much out there.
If I see one more nubile teenage Japanese girl in pigtails and a Catholic girl school suit with a gun or a samurai sword, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I'm done with that. I get it. I get
Unfortunately,
it.
you have that is Aramaki. Aramaki, is that his? Aramaki. He does Appleseed, Ex Machina. I'm
Ex Machina. I can't wait. I haven't seen that yet. I want
yeah,
to
it's
see.
at Redbox today.
Is it out?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Redbox today. I want to watch it so bad. But I think if you're doing an animation show, you have to throw those out there because there's a lot of people who really who are into manga, and I think those two probably are the big ones.
Yes.
I'm sure there's other ones
Yes.
out there to say, but
Right.
so
No, I agree.
I wanted to at least mention them.
Hayao Miyazaki. In Japan, A's are pronounced A. So I'm guessing it's Hayao. I've seen 3 of his movies, and they are truly beautifully animated, and they're beautiful stories. Especially, frankly, Spirit Away and Howl's Moving Castle. But I don't know what it is. There's something where, I saw Spirited Away at the theater, and I walked out and I said, that was beautiful.
Yeah,
And it was
very
really
beautiful.
good and fairly emotional, and I'm done. I don't know what it is that keeps me at a distance from him, but I also recognize that he is probably an animation genius and a great filmmaker and storyteller. But there's something that keeps me at bay, like my wife with Stanley Kubrick.
Yeah.
She says, I recognize his genius, but there's some stuff that keeps her far away. So I don't know, but but in the same sentence, I'm also praising him because he is a visualist, a true visualist. Yeah.
Yeah. And another one along that vein is Otomo did Akira.
Akira. Yeah.
Steam Boy.
Akira. Oh yeah.
So
I didn't bother. Akira, I saw.
Yeah. In terms of the manga crowd,
Akira was right when it was really bubbling up, the manga stuff.
I had to give them some shout outs. Because can't do an animation show without actually.
Of course, no, and you can't do an animation show without Japanese animation. But I haven't seen enough of it to do like a part 3.
No, so me neither. That's why I wanted
throwing
to
it in like we are.
It.
That's perfect. And I will say that of all the manga, cartoons, and graphic comics and blah 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 that were everywhere, Akira. The movie, the animated one. There was a live action that was horrid.
No, I never saw it.
Don't worry about it. Is amazing to see. It's a lot of fun. It's cool. It looks cool. By now, you've seen it a million times, that kind of animation. But at the time, what was it, 90s? Early, mid-90s, late 90s when it came out? It looked really cool. It still does. Akira. And back to... damn name. Back to Miyazaki.
Right.
Even though I said what I said about there's something about his movies that just once I see them, I'm done with them. I say everybody go see them.
Oh, definitely.
Because I am maybe not a lonely beacon, but I am in the extreme minority on this.
Well, I think with manga, you get a lot of unfortunately, the very sexualized manga.
Well, not in his films.
And no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wait a minute. Real, boobs and a lot of just violence and you get a lot of that within that culture. I think with a lot of those movies.
Yeah.
And Miyazaki, his stuff is just I don't know, it's moving. At least to me.
It's moving.
So they're very worth watching.
No. And that's the weird thing. They are for me as well. I was very moved by Spirited Away and Howl's Moving Castle for the most part. And when it's done, it's like the movie The Iron Giant, an animated film that we should talk about.
We didn't go over that one.
I like that movie a lot.
Oh, me too. Especially when Vin Diesel doesn't talk at all and says
brilliant.
Like one word.
That's brilliant.
Put him in.
That's his best role.
I am Groot, and I think he has like 2 lines at the end of the Iron Giant. Like
as long as when Vin Diesel is in a movie and doesn't say blank blank blank, I got family, then it's a good movie. Like he says in every Fast and Furious movie. But no, so I say see his films.
Yes, definitely.
They're beautiful to behold, really. So I guess I'm praising him.
Yeah, his style of animation to me is almost very similar to Don Bluth. Why I like Don Bluth's animation.
Yeah, in a way,
well.
yeah.
So,
and he's retiring. It's official. So he did his last one, which is fine. So okay, I think we've covered animation, right?
I think so, but please.
Let us know.
Let us know what we've missed.
Yeah,
there's
got to be something out there we missed. Yeah,
so much out there. I mean, we've only went through we've almost skipped over Universal for Despicable Me.
And, we almost forgot about those, and those are 2 of my recent favorites.
Yeah, I'm sure there's definitely stuff out there we're not seeing.
Yeah,
or talking.
All I ask is that animated movies stop. Puss in Boots shows you can do it. Stop having. At the end, and this includes the ones I like. Despicable Me does it. At the end, stop having them dance to like a 1970s disco song that only the parents know. And, I'm done with that. I don't want to hear the Bee Gees in my cartoons anymore. But no. I think we covered them.
Yeah.
We said our favorites. We threw out Lost Treasures.
Yeah.
And
we did Disney last time. We did the major ones here. So I think we did it.
I bet you, except for people in the know, that we opened their eyes to both Bakshi and Don Bluth.
Yeah. I hope so.
Yeah.
Because those are two.
And
of my
there even
favorites,
might be a
so.
few people. Oh, that's who did those. You know what I mean? Oh, I never knew the guy, and maybe because of that. Oh, I like Lord of the Rings, so I'll check out Coonskin. If you can find Coonskin, forget about the PC world. It is called Coonskin, and it's set in Harlem. It's a great movie. And as far as I think, I'm not sure if it's that one or one of Bakshi's other ones from the 70s that I mentioned, but I think it's Coonskin. Quentin Tarantino has said he prefers that to Martin Scorsese's Mean Streets.
Wow.
I disagree wholeheartedly, but understand that. I could see that. But that's I love you, Tarantino. That's a ridiculous thing to say. Scorsese's Mean Streets is brilliant, but just to let you guys know, Bakshi comes from a stylistic place that even Tarantino respects.
There you go.
So, all right, well, that's it.
Alrighty.
I have no quips.
No?
I'm quipped out on this animated show. So, all right, we're out of here. We'll see you on the next show.
All right, and this is Bill. I'm going to go home and see Titan AE tonight. You guys should too.
Oh, yeah. Me too.
Bye.
See ya.